Hello guys, and welcome back to the Hamlet. It is Rack to Riches, Part 3, Season 3. Here we go. Wheelstone at home, they are predicted 24, but they are sitting 15th. So, maybe a little bit overachieving here. The form is pretty poor, so maybe we can find a win. We are going to go in with a pretty strong team here. I am a little bit worried about Carrington and also Bevan because they are, the injury risk is a little bit high. But I mean, yeah, we can rotate all we want in the world, but that's still gonna happen from time to time. But very strong 11 here. Not a whole lot of chances here. It is well at halftime, of course. They feel like a pretty strict team, but by that I mean, they don't really allow much, but they don't really come forward either. So it's like, yeah, not a whole lot is happening in this game, to be honest. One thing I did notice was that our inverted winger, Obi, well, whoever is playing over here, well, in this game we were playing inside forward, actually. It's not working. It's not really working for me. So I changed it from... For the second part here, or for the second half, we're gonna change it for a winger instead. So maybe that's gonna do something with two wingers in there and two wingbacks. That's gonna be interesting. And unfortunately, Carrington came off injured, so yeah, Obi came in. Reynolds going to the other side to play the winger. Oh man, let's hope we can find a winner here. There was a much better shape to our attacks after that, and finally here after 52 minutes. Only second highlight, actually. Obi and Mills connecting for a long shot for the latter here. Mills is popping up. Absolutely no chance for the goalie. And it felt like their defense, or well, it looked like their defense was stretched pretty wide with having to deal with both Carrileros coming in from the box area, or coming deep into the box area, and also the wing backs, and now two wingers as well. So they were kind of overloaded, I guess, and by that we stretched them enough to find this hole for Mills to pop up with a long shot. But it was still pretty strict. Again, not a whole lot of highlights in this one. This was a pretty, I think this was a pretty well drilled team, 4-4-2 formation. Yeah, I mean, we get the 1-0, we get the 3 points. And definitely easy to see how they are overachieving right now because they're not letting the opponents having many chances. I mean, yeah, sure, we have 15 shots, but only 4 on target. So they were sitting pretty deep and then just waited for the counter. Reynolds, as we can see over here, very poor game from him, 6.4. Everyone else doing quite all right in this one. We had the control, Actually, we didn't have control that much, but pretty good game from everyone but Reynolds. He's not doing too well here. That inverted winger inside forward thing, it's not working out for him. Right after that, we are going up against Kings Lynn. This time away from home. They are predicted 21, sitting 12. So another team that looks like a mid-table thing, but overachieving quite heavily. They are again also, yeah, their form is not looking that great, but they are at least overachieving in the first couple of games they probably played. So maybe another win here, maybe a narrow one. Let's find out. This game is taking place just 2 days after the last one. And as we can see here, a lot of players is on injury high. And those are rotated out, of course. Carrington, Richardson, Allardyce, Bevan. Quite a few of them. Obi, Mills, they're all on the bench here as well. So quite a few rotations, of course, as it is. So probably not the best team, but we have seen what Pooks can do. We have seen what Ianton can do. We have seen what Racket can do. Uba. I mean, even when we're not starting the best 11 or what we might consider best 11, we still have a pretty strong team. Lyons Foster, yeah. Johnson, Schara, Partington. You know what? It's not a bad team. It's just not. We don't have Carrington in there. We don't have. I think Bevan might be the best in the back. In that spot where Johnson is. But that's also debatable. We don't have Mills. Mills is, of course, gonna be missed. Elliott is in there. And yeah, Lyons Foster, I don't like starting him again, but I mean, one game. But we need to... he had one game where he made 2 mistakes. If he keep up doing that, he's not gonna play much for me. Even if his numbers are good and stuff. It doesn't matter. If I see too many mistakes from the same kind of players, they are out. But we're giving him another chance here, so hopefully he will do all right in this game. But yeah, following that, we are going for wingers now. And seeing that Uber is moving up here on the left-hand side as a winger, I think we are looking for probably a second wingback, because usually it's going to Uber and Record being the wingbacks down here. So we're looking for a new wingback, I think. I'm going to go out and find something like that in the next coming days after this game, I guess. So let's hope we find something. Well. Leon Foster, again the culprit. But thankfully, it is in the other end here, 3 minutes in. Yeah, long throw ended out to be, well, Leon Foster is getting on this long throw. Well, I don't think you can actually see it, but he did really well here with crossing it into Reynolds, and then Reynolds getting his head on it, and finally Reynolds seems to be getting off as a winger for one. So there we go. Pretty damn good start for us, and I mean, after 3 minutes here, it's lovely. But of course, it didn't last. Well, I guess I could blame Leon Foster for not keeping up with his striker here, but the mistake is really Puck's letting. I mean, that Puck's pass directly into the header of some of their guys, and then just directly into a counter. It's Puck's fault, of course. I gotta say that strike was that was something else, man. It's a long shot. 9 out of 10 times it's not going in. Actually more than that, but 9 out of 10 times I think it would be saved by Partington, and probably another 9 out of 10 times it will just not be on target. So, you know, it's pretty unlikely they scored here, but they did. So, and that is only after 11 minutes. So this game seems like it could be a ding-dong match, man. It's like 1-1 after 11 minutes. Whew. But no, all was even at the half here, and they are. I don't know if I would say they are playing better than us, but they are definitely making us work for it. I think there are still some adjustments to the tactic. It could also be because they're playing this diamond formation. I'm not sure, but we don't really find a lot of chances at all. Neither are they, but struggling. I think this is going to be a pretty bad move, but I decided to go with the inverted wingbacks. And actually try that out instead of wingback, just to try and see if we can, you know, do something in the midfield. But yeah, they're playing a diamond formation, so it's probably going to be hard. But yeah, inverted wingbacks, and of course the double wingers are gonna keep us wide. None of our wingbacks are really. I wouldn't say they're very well suited for playing inverted wingbacks, but they do have the passing. They do have, or at least most of them do have the passing and, you know, the technique and all that to sit in the midfield. So let's just try it and see how it is, and maybe we like it, maybe we don't. Let's find out. Another thing we could do if that doesn't work out is instead of ball-playing defenders, we can go to wide center backs, and by that we can make overloads in the midfield. But that's, you know, that's also coming with a lot of risk, because then our central defenders are moving forward. And you know what? Let's try the inverted wingbacks first. I did forget to take out the overlaps, but I did do it, you know, a couple of minutes into the half here. So, but yeah, if anything, we should probably go for underlaps later on. It did take some time before we got to it, but here in the, I think it's the 85th minute actually, from a long throw to Mills. He took it down, laid it back to Reynolds, who at the edge of the box took a long shot, well struck, took his chances. I mean, there we go. We are in front, and that should probably be the winner. I mean, they didn't really have a whole lot, and honestly, I did actually see. I like what I saw from the inverted wingbacks here. So there we have it, another narrow win, but we played a lot better. I mean, a lot better in the second half. We are taking home the 3 points, and I couldn't really be happier about it, because what I saw was that the inverted wingbacks was really bolstering the midfield, also allowing for the Carrilero to move further up the pitch, and thereby being more of a threat when we do sit with the possession on us. And we of course still have the ball-playing defenders going quite wide behind us, so we do have that option to play that if the inverted wingbacks can't find, you know, the pass forward, they can always go back to the pretty wide ball playing defenders back behind them. So it kind of worked out. And we will definitely work on this one for the next game as well. We will probably try and do this inverted wingback thing. We have a new player coming in here. It is Tristan Cover, who is a wingback. And the main reason to get this guy in is because that Uber is kind of our, second wingback together with Rekit. But he's going to play further up the pitch now because we are playing with wingers, and Uber is probably the best winger up there. So he's going to play up there more often than not compared to the wingback role. So we needed kind of that second one because otherwise Rekit would be completely knackered. And I don't think Schacha is the guy to play that inverted wingback role. So we do have this guy, and he's not exactly an inverted wingback, but I decided to get this guy in before I went ahead with the inverted wingback thing. So yeah, here he is. Not very technical, but an absolutely physical beast. He is on a very big wage. Maybe too much. I could argue that, definitely argue that. He's here for 3 years, so maybe we can find a pretty good... if we're lucky, we can sell him for 150 in 2 years' time. And you know what? Those 750 wages might not look that bad at that stage then. So hopefully he will get enough play time to be a really good signing for us. I think he is. He could also be a double. He's not that great at it, but he could double down and play on the left side on the central defense, doing that ball-playing defender kind of thing. He do have the jumping reach and decent heading, but he do have the passing and not the technique. So that's what my worry is right now. This guy is much more a wingback than an inverted wingback. So, not the best signing because we just changed over to that invert, or at least trying out the inverted wingback thing. So, but here he is. At least we have a pretty decent backup, or rotational option. Definitely a rotational option for Rekit. Next up is Gateshead. They are predicted 16th, sitting 12th in the league. But they do look like a team that are in a, downhill spiral here with their form. So, let's see what we can do against them. So, we are at home here against them, and we are playing a couple of... Ali is in here, so, I'm giving him his third chance to prove himself. Not even, it's way more than that. He haven't shown anything so far. But also, this is definitely not the strongest 11 we can manage. Elliot is in there, Friel and Pooks. They're decent. And we do have the inverted wingbacks, and Jefferies is gonna get a start because he is actually quite good as a midfielder as well. So I thought, let's try him. I think it's his first start, maybe. I think it is. Leon Foster is back in. He did okay in the last game, so he's gonna get another start. Johnson is in there because Bevan was a little bit naggered for this one, if I'm not mistaken. No, he's not. He's fine. He's fine. I just want... actually, it's just the high... the injury risk. I'm concerned about that. If you get like 4 or 5 injuries, then you're starting to have problems. And we are gonna get those FA Cup and also the trophy games soon enough. So I'll rather just keep rotating and maybe lag out a little bit on some points. At least we're not... We could probably win bigger than what we do. But you know what? I'll rather take a smaller win or a draw and have a very fit team overall. We have a very fit team here. If you think about it, we have almost... Is it 20? We pretty much have two squads with us here, pretty ready for combat. Cover is in. He's getting his first match directly into the fire here. But like I said, I think it's worth the risk rotating this much. But we will lose a couple of points here and there because of it. But I think it's worth the risk. But I do really hope that Ali is going to show something here because he's not going to get many more chances here from us. We are starting here with Uber, who is going down the flank. Lovely dribbling and running by him. And he's going to pinpoint across into Elliot, who found the top bins. That's lovely. 1-0 up after 38 minutes. That was something else, that header. And also the cross. Both things, top quality. Halftime, and interestingly enough, we are not really the team being in control here. They are actually, having the possession for the most part. So, but we are the best team by far. We are, of course, the best team out there. I'm saying, of course, like it's something that always will happen. But we are definitely the best team. But we are... I don't know, we're sitting with the inverted wingbacks right now. We're sitting a little bit more narrow. We're sitting a little bit more defensively. I'm not saying we're playing counter-attacking football, but at least in this specific game, that is kind of what happened. So what happens here? What will happen if we're looking at the map down here? When we are attacking, the two inverted wingbacks will sit like, yeah, Jeffries will sit in here just behind the Carrilero, or the ball in the midfield, actually. I switched them around. But yeah, they are going to sit in here, and that allows for those guys to move forward, especially in the counters, to move forward. The ball wing midfielder is, of course, not going to do that, but the Carrilero will do it. And when we are defending, they will drop back in a pretty narrow 5-2-3, where the wingers are also coming back to help out with the wide areas. But they are sitting a little bit more narrow, you know. They're not wingbacks. They're not sitting that far out when they're defending. They're sitting a little bit more narrow, but they are dropping down into a 5-man defense. So we are really hard to, you know, it's very hard for the opponents to get any chances, because we're sitting with 5-man pretty much online with each other, very narrowly, and then the wingers are gonna come down and help out defensively as well, along with the midfield, of course. So it's an interesting one, especially when we don't have possession, because we are very flexible in the way we are playing here, because we are very aggressive when we do have the ball, because then the inverted wingbacks will go in there as midfielders or defensive midfielders, pushing the other midfielders a little bit further ahead. So this half was pretty interesting in terms of that. But I mean, yeah, 1-0. I can't really complain too much. But yeah, I'm saying it like it's not counter, because it is not counter-attacking football, because if they don't find the room, if when we do get the ball back, they are trying to get it forward. Of course they are. But if they can't do that, they're going to turn back and go back to the central defenders. And then we're going to, you know, again, try and play up from the back, try and find those holes. And if we don't find the holes, then we're gonna play for the free kick or the corners, or so it's like it's a pretty good mix. At least in this game, it looked pretty good, and as we can see, almost no chances for them. And the next one here, actually on the counter with some of the subs, Mills and Obi killing this game for good. Yeah, I sort of liked how we played here. Really solid in the back, and not allowing anything going the other way. Basically not, at least. And yeah, we just took our few chances, and there we go, 2-0. Very, very often down the left flank. Many of our attacks came down the left flank. I mean, solid as it comes. 2-0. It's hard to argue. It's hard to argue. It's a clean sheet. It's a win. It's and we kept them away from everything. Yeah, we didn't have the possession. Funny enough. Not sure why that exactly was, but maybe we will try to adjust a couple of things here. Because I do want to have the possession. If we're pushing up with the inverted wingbacks and then pushing the midfielders further forward, we might as well just get the possession. Also having the ball-playing defenders helping out the possession as well. But I don't know what happened here in this game, why we were... I really don't. I really don't why we did... Why did we not have possession? I have absolutely no idea. All right. Let's grab the win and move on, I guess. All right, Rochdale away from home. They are predicted 1, sitting 3rd. These guys are no joke, man. If yeah, I mean, you can see it in the form here as well. They are the big boys. At least one of the big boys in the league. So. They are up there. They are up there with clinical shooting, statistically at least. Clinical shooting, accurate passing. They are pretty much on point with us when it comes to passing, and also chances created. This is a big team, and it's gonna be a hard match to win. We actually have quite a few things to talk about when it comes to the tactical choices here. So I think we need to pull up a passing map here. All right, here we go. So yeah, I enhanced it a little bit here so we can see what is going on. So from what I gathered from this passing map from the last game against Gateshead was that our inverted wing, if you could number 28 here and number 26, that's our inverted wing backs. And number 20 and 6, that's our 2 midfielders. They are sitting way too close to each other on either side, sitting way too close. You see here with the red dots that I just made here. This is where I want the inverted wing backs to sit, and this is where I want the Carrilero to sit, and this is where I want the box to box to be at. So they were not really. Yeah, here's the thing. The midfielders, they didn't really go far enough up into the midfield. They didn't really... Yeah, they were just sitting too close to each other in the midfield to be... It didn't work out. So what I did is I put the instruction move further forward on both of them. So we don't have a ball-winning midfield anymore. We do have a box-to-box instead that is told to get further up, hopefully to find this area up here. Because as you can see here with the orange lines, that would kind of make that diamond that I was looking for with the inverted wing-backs sitting in the more defensive midfield. At least when we are in possession. This is all about when we are in possession. It's nothing about when we are defending. We know that we are going to sit a lot more narrow when we are defending. This is all about possession. So hopefully what I did will change that with putting them on get further forward, both of them, both the Carrilero and box-to-box, because that will allow the inverted wingbacks to probably sit a little bit more narrow in the and also have a bit more space to be in there in the midfield. But this is all in theory. So coming back to the tactical view here again after that pass map, any of our box-to-box midfielders is going to come in here, and any Carrilero do have quite the good marking and quite the good tackling. So both of them are actually tackling harder. I'm not going to mark more tight here because that is also in the instructions over here. I think that's fine. But they both will tackle harder, so we have to look out for the yellow cards, of course. Actually, the lowest, I just checked, the lowest attribute that anyone have, in the tackling department in here that we could play is Friel, and his is 9. That's the lowest. So, the average is probably around 11, but we have a stretch from 9 to 12. So all of them definitely suited for tackling. But yeah, of course, we are up against a big opponent here. I'm not expecting to gain much control here. I'm expecting to get beaten like 2-0, 3-0 even. We can't really. We're not even at home. We are gonna struggle out there. But it is a pretty strong team. Pretty much, I wouldn't say strongest 11. Pretty interesting that I'm trying Jeffries up here because I think he would be a decent box-to-box midfielder. But let's see how he does in this game. Also, Allardyce, yeah, that might be worrying. But I think Schacha and Bevan is probably the two best defenders down here in terms of where they are right now. So let's see how it goes. Well, we get really unlucky here from the start. Right after a pretty failed free kick, they get this long shot off, and you know what? It's a pretty good long shot, but I feel like it's pretty random. I feel like we're pretty unlucky here, and it is the first highlight of theirs. So yeah, what can I say? Maybe Parkinson could have done a little bit better with that long shot or on that long shot, but it's not really something I'm too worried about. But of course, a few minutes later, it's getting even worse. I mean, the backline is on point here, and there should be no room for this through ball. But both Allardyce and Friel, who is kind of marking this man early on, they're just letting him go. It's hard to tell whose fault it is, or if it's anyone's fault, or if it's just really good play from them. It's like, okay, well, I can't really analyze too much on it. I mean, yeah, our backline was on point here. So just a really good through ball and a really good movement by their striker. Maybe we should play a sweeper keeper. Maybe Parkinson could have come out here and done something with that ball. But it's also, again, can't really blame him for doing what he's doing here. If it is any of our players' faults, it is likely to be Allardyce's, but it's probably more my fault because we're playing something a bit new, kind of a new thing. But it could also just go down to them being a little bit better than us. I mean, 2 highlights for them in total and 2 goals. It's annoying, but you know what? You know how it goes. On the other hand, when we are in possession, I'm seeing exactly what I want from my inverted wingbacks, and that does actually lead to a goal here after 25 minutes. Well done, Mills, and everyone involved in this attack. Lovely done. I mean, that was lovely stuff. And we get 1 back. So half time, and honestly, I'm not too worried. Yeah, we're behind, of course, away from home against the biggest opponent in the league, likely. But we do get the chances. We do get our chances. And what I see from my inverted wingbacks and how we shape up in our team, I kind of like what I'm seeing. I think we're doing all right here. I actually think we're doing quite all right. I think with a small bit of luck here, we could probably get a draw out of this game. Well. Here we fucking go, man. Mills being Mills on the corner. Yeah, who else? Who else is gonna bring us back to a draw against the toughest opponent in the league? There we go. Thank you, Mills. Yeah, they probably didn't expect someone predicted 17th to come back into this one. I mean, we were 2 down. Now it's all draw. La 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 la. Wingers, wingers. And who else again? The legend himself. I mean, this is ridiculous. We are actually right now, we are in front against the big boys away from home. It's hard to argue with the tactic here and saying, oh, this is not working. I mean, something is definitely working, but I can see improvements. I can also see improvements, but yeah, of course, 3-2 here. It's insane. Yeah, holy moly, that's a big result, man. Danny Mills, the legend, absolutely legend. We were coming from behind, 2 behind, and winning this one. And look at the stats. We are having control. We are finding chances. I mean, against these guys, this is an even game against one of the best in the league. That is incredible. Also a very good game from, well, other than Mills, of course, also a very good game from Racket and also Uba, who came off. But yeah, great games by them too. Wow, it's incredible. Actually, let's take a quick look at the pass map here. So yeah, it's the other way around here, of course. Our goalkeeper is up here. But very, very interesting how this shaped up, because the box-to-box came really, really high up the pitch. He was up there, man. The Carrilero, he decided to move into like this. The Carrilero is like the water boy. At least that is what it's sometimes. Sometimes that role is called the water carrier or water boy, because he's like shutting. He's trying to find the rooms where there is no one else and just shut down. It's hard to explain, but he's not really. He's a more dynamic kind of midfielder. So he decided to go further into the central parts of the midfield here. When the box to box moved further up on the right hand side. Well, it's on the left here, but it's our right hand side. So the Carrilero just moved in here and kind of became like a deep line playmaker almost, where everyone could pass to him and he could pass it to everyone else as well. So very interesting. What I didn't like here was how, and that's because of the Carrilero, I think, sitting in here. Our inverted wingback on the left-hand side, he was sitting way too much on the left side. I mean, this is a wingback almost. So I'm not sure why Reckett decided to do that. Maybe he couldn't find the space because of the Carrilero. And also Allardyce, way too narrow here. He should be sitting way over here as a way wider. He should be way wider. But there might be reasons for that, because maybe he couldn't find any passes to the midfield. Therefore, he sat closer to someone else he could pass to. But yeah, he wasn't far enough over here. But very interesting pass map here after this game. Another idea I could do for the next game is maybe instead of having that box to box, we could try 2 Carrileros and see if that is more dynamic. And I don't know if that will work, but we could try it. But yeah, wow, what a game that was. That was really probably one of the highlights of the season. Okay, Hartlepool here. Another. I think we can consider this a pretty hard match. We are at home, but they are sitting 9th, predicted 5. So by no means an easy match here. So yeah, I actually did decide to go with the double Carrileros and see how that very dynamic midfield would work out. Tom Pooks, Ianton on that role for now. So I mean, yeah, I can't wait to see the heat map here, or well, the pass map. It's kind of like a heat map, but it's a heat map when we are in possession. I kind of like that. I really like the pass map. I think it brings so much. It brings so much analyzing for me to work at. So yeah, pretty good side here. Cover is having another game of his. Crowe is coming in for his first game, I believe. So Milovic, yeah, we are trying Milovic again down here. It's not the best. He should probably play on the right hand side instead, because he is right-footed. He just have a reasonable good left foot. So yeah, probably not the best playing him over here, but he's gonna have another game in there. Reynolds is gonna try the winger. and Uber on the other side. I feel like Uber is probably one of our better players. He has been really, really good. You can see it over here, 7.6 in the last 5, 7.72 overall. He's one of the key players in this team. 3 minutes in, and I already saw, a couple of things that I liked in the first highlight. Lovely football here, where the Diamonds, they kind of got into play, and Uber got completely free for that pass in between their central defenders, getting stretched with Reynolds pressing on the edge of the box. I love to see it. That's exactly what I wanted to see from this kind of formation, and small changes that we made with the inverted wing backs and stuff like that. Those diamonds was really what I was looking for, and it worked here, at least to begin with. What can I say here? Reynolds back helping out on the wrong side of his man. Well, great play by Hartpool and a pretty good strike. Yeah, maybe our wingers helping out in the defense inside our own box is not to prefer. Well, okay, all right then. Now they are pretty much just getting lucky here, just before the halftime as well. Annoying, and we are definitely the far better side, but they are in front now. Okay, so halftime and 2-1 down. I feel like we are the best team. What I'm seeing is that our carrileros are working when we're moving forward, and when we are in possession, we are very good. We are definitely good. We are struggling against this team because it is a big team, but we are definitely doing better. The problem comes when we are defending. It seems like the carrileros are struggling a little bit, and we are allowing the opponents to get into our central midfield or defensive midfield, and we can really, it's like both goals came from like the half spaces in our defensive midfield, where no one is right now, because the carrileros are not ball-winning midfielders. They're not going to sit that deep or go that deep. They are trying to just shut down spaces. They are not, like I said, they are water carriers. They are not into the action as much as a ball-winning midfielder would, or even a box-to-box. So struggling a little bit defensively here, I would say. After 51 minutes here, we have a long throw, and that finds the header of Johnson, who flicks it on, and we are all back level. Looks good, I guess. Ah, man. This is piss poor from Crowe. If you're going to jump for it, if you're not going to go jump for it, then just let the center backs do their job instead, because that... Oh man, that's his debut, and it's a very awful mistake. One of the worst I've seen in this season so far. Just standing there like, oh, I'm standing here, but I'm not gonna defend anything. Well, then get out of the way and let two of the center defenders that was in there, let them defend it then. Horrible mistake, and we are back to going behind. We are 3-2 now. They seem to maybe be winning this game now. Yeah, there we have it. It's a 2-3 loss. Very disappointing. We got a little bit unlucky. We had one personal mistake as well, and then this thing with our, I don't know why, but our defensive midfield, we don't have a defensive midfield, of course, but they were finding spaces in the half spaces, and that's not good, because they could get in when we are sitting that narrow with our five-man back line. They could just get into the box way too easily with the two carrileros, not really. They didn't really go for it defensively speaking. They were really great going forward, but defensively, we were kind of missing something in front of the box. So both of the goals, or the two first goals, came from that kind of situation. So maybe we have to look into that. But yeah, let's take a quick look here at the pass map again, because again, it's very interesting. You can see here the carrileros are not sitting in the midfield this time around. They're actually way further up there because they aren't instructed to do that. That did make sure that the inverted wingbacks had, of course, a little bit more room in the midfield. But I'm not sure this big hole and gap in our. I think that's not a great idea. And we might need to do something else for the next game here. Our wide ball-playing defenders was definitely doing okay. But like I said, the carrileros, they found a lot of space right here. That's the half spaces I'm talking about. Of course, not when we were in possession, but it's basically the half space is like this small space right here. If I'm making a box, I should have made it in paint. But it's like this area, and that is where both the goals came from, either by dribbling into our box or shooting just outside of our box. And both sides was pretty much struggling in that terms, because we're sitting really far back with the 5 back line when the inverted wing backs are dropping back. So I think we need something else to make sure that we are not allowing them to just go inside us. We need them to go outside. We need them to do crosses instead. We can handle the crosses with 3 central defenders, but them cutting into us as no bueno. But all right, getting into the next game here, Yeovil. We are away from home. They are sitting 18th in the league, 14th predicted. Another mid-table kind of situation here for this club. They have lost 2 in the last 3, so I mean, I feel like this is a game we probably should win, but you never know. We are trying a lot of new things and probably too many. You know me. I'm making mistakes here, making way too many. I should just have kept with, I don't know, small mistake. But if you keep making keep making changes from game to game, it's gonna go wrong at some point, and then you don't have the consistency. But as long as the familiarity is at least kind of okay, then I'm okay with doing it. But yeah, like I mentioned before, we are now trying, tactically, we are trying to force the opposition on the outside. I also switched back to a box-to-box midfielder. I felt like that was a little bit better. At least we saw some, at least, I don't know if that's right, but now we're trying it again. But yeah, a very strong first 11 here. At least I would say. Record Richardson is there. Yeah, it feels like this is very close to probably some of the strongest players in our squad. So hopefully we have the right tactic. Hopefully we have the right 11 to find a win here. I did not really like what I was seeing out there, and we didn't have a single highlight, and then they get this one. I think it's the 4th or 5th highlight for them. And yeah, this time it is a goal. After this, I went attacking in mentality to try and find something, because what I've seen so far didn't work, and I didn't really know what to do otherwise. So there we go, going attacking mentality. Reynolds, well, finally he did something good again in this game. He is very inconsistent. I got to say, he's very inconsistent. But he did find the header of Uber here, who came off injured after this one. But back to even just before the halftime. And yeah, we did absolutely look better when I changed it to attacking mentality. Definitely looked better. So yeah, not entirely a good match for us here. We are not creating the chances that I would like to see. And I am not entirely sure why that is. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's their tactic with the three guys in the midfield, but it really shouldn't be. It's hard to tell exactly why we are not finding enough chances. But I decided to do something a little bit drastic here because we needed more chances. So the inverted wingbacks are going to go on attack here in the second half because, yeah, I needed something, man. Hopefully they will sit a little bit further up the pitch when we are in control, making those runs into the box area as well. We'll see how it goes. It did end 1-1. Yeah, I mean... I think the inverted wingbacks on attack did work out for us. We did manage to find a lot more chances in the second half. Not a whole lot big, not really big ones. As you can see, only two on target. But we did manage to get the possession quite a lot in the second half. So it kind of worked. It kind of worked going attacking on the inverted wingbacks. They did manage to find some really good space. But yeah, let's just say they're not good at shooting. And their passing is, of course, it's okay, but they are not, they are on the wrong side. I mean, they should actually switch side, but they can't do that. They are not natural in those positionings. So yeah, it's a little bit odd here. It's a little bit odd, but at least I saw something good from this. I did see some great things changing to attacking. But yeah, I think we are in need of something that can stabilize the midfield a little bit, both defensively, but also in terms of possession. I don't think the box-to-box is going to do that. I don't think the Carrilera is going to do that. I think we need something else for the next game. That is bringing us up to today. And you know what? It's not bad. It's 4 wins, 1 loss, 1 draw. But our form is definitely dipping here with all the changes that I'm making. So, but overall, pretty good result here for us. Yeah, and where are we in the league? Well, we're sitting number 3, 28 points, only 2 points off Stockport and Rochdale, and we do play Stockport today, so pretty big game for us. So a quick look here at Stockport. Yeah, they actually not in the best form. 2 draws, 1 loss, 2 wins. Yeah, but they are predicted third. So again, this is a big team, and I am kind of expecting to either lose or draw this one. Yeah, I mean, of course, we are at home, but still, with our current form in the last 2 matches, we should probably take a draw. If we can take a draw here, we should probably get it. I mean, where we are sitting in the league right now, we don't really belong there. Or maybe we do. Maybe we do. I mean, sure. But, I mean, the top 7, yeah, that's pretty much where... top 10, top 7, you know, whatever. It's like, I don't think we're going to end up in top 3 at the end of the season. If we are, well, I'll be very happy. But I don't believe that's going to be the case. Okay. So big changes here. And yes, I know, it's stupid. Because the more I change, the worse it gets. At least that is what we have seen so far. But, right. We are going to drop down the Carrilero into a deep lying playmaker. Ironton is going to drop down there. Now, what I hope that means, is it's going to stabilize both our defensive and also the offensive, the attacking part. What I mean by this is having someone down here who can receive the ball in the midfield will help out the inverted wingbacks. It will help out the ball-playing defenders, because often the ball-playing defenders can't really find the passes out to the wingers, or they are lacking somewhere to play to. They will sit wide, and then they need some kind of station to play into. That is one thing. Where we have kind of lacked that kind of role where the box-to-box and the Carrilero is sitting a little bit higher up, where the ball-playing defender can't really find that pass into the midfield. Hopefully now they can. So yeah, of course, the box-to-box, he's going to get further forward when we are in possession. The deep lying, not so much. He's just going to sit down here if we're looking at his instruction here. If I can manage to hit... Oh, I hate this. There should be an easier way to look at this, but that's the easiest way to get this up. So pass it shorter, dribble less, tackle harder, mark tighter. Lots of instructions for this guy, but that is how I want to do it. I don't want to go over the top, so I'm going to pass it shorter to the inverted wingbacks and out to the wingers. I want to do that, or back to the ball-playing defenders and start on and reset it. He's like an anger. He's not playing as an anger man, but he's like that anger where everyone can play into him. All our guys can play into him, and then he can, you know, switch the play around. That's at least how I, imagine it. And with that, because that is allowing the inverted wingbacks to get further up when we are in possession, that is allowing them to get into the final third. And that should make overloads up here with the wingers as well, and the box-to-box coming up here. So yeah, underlap right, underlap left, because they will underlap them and go into those half spaces that we were struggling with, where now the deep lying playmaker, in the other way around, hopefully he will be a little bit more, he will probably handle the situation with our half spaces a little bit better, because now we are of course also forcing them on the outside. So hopefully he will force, because he is defensive minded. The deep lying playmaker is a defensive minded. So hopefully he will force a lot of their attacks on the outside, so we can deal with them with our central defenders with headings and stuff instead from the crosses. I mean, it's all in theory, and we're having a really hard opponent here, so who knows how it's gonna go. Actually, only Pooks is coming in here. Otherwise, it's the same 11 as the last time. So not a lot of changes. Actually, Uber, he's not ready. I didn't see that. Uber, he can play this one. Carrington, okay, he's actually ready. You know what? Let's bring Obi or Carrington. I think Carrington. Can he play over here as a winger? How good is his left foot? Not very good. Let's bring Reynolds over here instead. His left foot, not very good either. Yeah, we don't really have that second winger, do we? I mean, Obi, does he have a left foot? No, reasonable. You know what? Sorry, Reynolds, you're too inconsistent anyway. So we're going to play Obi for this one and let Reynolds come off the bench. Uber, I think you're going all the way out here because you don't really have the fitness to play this one. Ben Friel, could also take Hale. Hale, we haven't used him really. Or, well, actually, maybe Elliot. I think Elliot should be on the bench. I think that's it. I don't like having... I mean, he could have a good game. Obi could have a good game. Sometimes he have a really good game. But, yeah, a little bit worrying not having Uber, because he's been one of the best players so far. Having 6 assists, that's pretty good. So, yeah, let's get into this. Let's see how it goes with this new tactic. And formation. This is a formational change. So, but as you can see up here, familiarity, still kind of good. Only creative freedom and positioning roles are kind of misplaced. Because, yeah, it's pretty structured right now. The team fluidity went from flexible to structured because of this. Also, I don't know, maybe because of the underlaps. I don't know, but yeah, sure. Let's see how it goes. And we are live, and their inconsistent form versus our strong form. Let's not. But yeah, sure. We're looking okay. But now we have a new situation here. We have absolutely no way. We have no way of knowing if this is gonna work for us with the new formation and tactic here. But hopefully we will see some positive movements. Hands on hips. I expect a win. No, absolutely not. I want to ignore the recent praises in the media. Sure. Go for that. This is another exciting game, man. Hopefully we will find a win. I don't expect it. I expect a draw, even a loss. But more importantly, we need to see how we are playing with this deep line playmaker in there now. Oh, hello. Right into the half spaces, but Milovic was there. Oh yeah, we are playing Milovic down there for this one. I think Milovic on the right-hand side in the central defense might be better because he is right-footed. Maybe he can find some really good work down there. Oh, hello, corner after 8 minutes. Mills. There we go. Strong. I mean, it's set piece. We haven't seen anything from the formation or, you know, how we are playing in terms of open play. But just getting up there and getting this free kick corner. Yeah, and Mills with the header. Great stuff. 1-0 up. Could go wrong still, but so far so good. It looks in the stats after 10 minutes here. Let's see how we're defending here again. So, pretty much online, these three guys. You need to follow your guy. Otherwise, we are in problems here. And they do have two guys in here with the deep line playmaker and the central defenders are going to handle. But I'm worried about this guy. If this guy's going to pass it over the top here, yeah, that's not looking too good. That's not looking... I don't know why the inverted wingback are that far up. Maybe because he's on attack. So we will probably struggle with... But again, if we're allowing them on the outside, I can allow that and then just deal with the crosses. But it's probably going to be too open here. Yeah, there we go. But Richardson is coming back. Okay, good. And we're allowing them on the outside here. That's okay. Not if they score, but still, this is exactly what we wanted to see, but they are getting really far in. They should not be allowed inside the box and cross it inside the box. I don't want to see that. So what happened here? Half space. It's into the half space again. Richardson not following his man. So maybe they shouldn't be on attack because they're sitting for... I don't want them to sit this far up when we are not attacking. That's the problem. They're sitting too far up when we are not attacking here. Maybe it's the wrong move to have them on attack. But maybe it is the right move to have the deep line playmaker to shut down. I don't know. Let's just see it. Yeah, it's... And then this guy's coming in. I mean, and then the winger just left him. We're just way too far. I don't know. I need to see more situations. But I didn't like this. I didn't like what I saw from the inverted wingback here on the defensive role. And we haven't seen anything positive going forward anyhow. So, okay, another corner. Are we going to win by corners here, I guess? We are. There we go. But, yeah, I think I'm going to make an early change here, going back to support on them. I think we're going back to support on them. I think support is better. But yeah, it's like it's like, do we have enough? Maybe we do. Maybe I think this is better. We do already have 3 on attack anyway. Let's just go back on support on them so they will probably be a little bit more defensive minded, not being too far ahead when we are out of position. It's important that they go back into a 5 line when we are not in possession, and we didn't see that with the goal, so. We need to see that. But yeah, great from Mills here. I mean, he's doing his to try and to win this game, that's for sure. After 13 minutes, 3 goals. Wow, very open play. But now we're going back to that support. And yeah, you can see, normally he would be a little bit further up here if he was on attack. Hopefully he will follow his man here because he needs to. The winger is going to mark their winger when we are further back. So how are we looking here? Yeah, it looks all right here. Let's see. Oh, there we go. He's going into the half spaces up here again. Richardson not really aware of it. It could go wrong here again. They didn't go for the pass, but I mean, we're like, this is like a 3-4. 1-2 right now. Who's this? This is Pooks. Okay. So we got the 3 line up here. We got a 3 line here with the inverted wing backs, and then we have Pooks in here as the box to box. This could work, but I am worried about the space out here because we are sitting pretty narrow with our wingers here. See, they got space here. And now the central defender here should take care of this guy, and Richardson should take care of their winger. And it seems to be happening, but okay, that was great. That was great. That was a lot better than I think support is right for the inverted wingbacks here. I think that's gonna be it. Let's see here again. Winger are coming back to help. Rekhead, you should move with this guy. Let's see. Yeah, that looks good. Solid. Oh, not on the inside. Please don't let them in. At least that wasn't. I mean, they played pretty well there. Gotta give it to Stockport. That was a pretty good move. But yeah, we shouldn't allow them to ease in there. Okay, good header. What? No one marking him. No one was marking him. At least he didn't get a shot off, but... Okay. They didn't get anything from it, at least not after that long shot, so far. Another corner from that side. Are you kidding me? That was close to a hat-trick after 17. Okay. Well, we are definitely the better team, but they have the open play, and we have the set pieces probably from counters, so we don't know how they're coming. Actually, are we playing on extended? Yes, we are. We're just not seeing our attacks leading up to those corners. No idea how they're getting them, but probably from record. I don't know. I have no idea. Another open play here for them, probably. Well, it is a set piece. Bevan, well done. But is it an open play again for them? 3rd or 4th? But yeah, we're sitting really, really narrow here because we are forcing them outside. But that so far it works. I don't care about that. We are so narrow. We are marking that guy so narrow, so tight, and it's so far out that he can't really do much with a header. And Paddington is quite good at stopping shots like that. So I'm not too worried. Let's see here. OP. Okay, that's pretty. We're sitting very narrow with our wingers, but they should run on the outside here. Yeah. Okay. Penalty. I'll take it. Sure. Wow. So far so good. It's definitely better after we went back to, there we go, Mills. His hat trick in the first half. I mean, this is lovely. But we did see some dangerous moves, but we shut them down. Put them on the outside, and definitely better after we put the inverted wingbacks back to support. Definitely better. But they are getting their chances, but it's not big chances. Not very big chances, as we can see in the XG. But they are getting chances. I mean, it's a big team. We should expect to see chances for them. But just being 3-1 up here is insane. Carrington going outside. So they are sitting narrow, but they are running outside when they do get the ball. There we go. Okay. I mean, the box-to-box getting up there at least. But yeah, we are probably getting more chances now by... or getting more goals from set pieces than before. Because we are not going to be that good in open play anymore with not 2 central midfielders. There we go, Pooks. Well done, Mills. And then on the counter, we should probably play on the counter, to be honest. But not really. I want to control the matches as well. But we are up against a big opponent here, so we will control even more when we are against weaker teams. So we should probably not go for that. We should just this works. I think the inverted wingbacks are working here because they do have more room with not 2 central midfielders in here. Because they are sitting way more narrow. We have Ironson here, we have Pooks here, and then we have Mills dropping deep. And then we have the inverted wing, the wingbacks, the wingers going really wide here, stretching their team a little bit, allowing for Richardson, Milovic, probably on the other side, Rekhead and what is his name, Saha, to kind of control the game here, just switching from side to side until we find that opening. There we go, up to Carrington. He's going to move on the outside, take the dribbles, take the runs because he's fast, and thereby we can get this cross into Mills. Yeah, that's exactly what we're looking for. So it seems to be working here. We're probably not going to be playing through the mid that often. We're going to go on the outside. If we can't find a move, if we can't find our wingers, we're going to go back on the other side again. Through our inverted wingbacks and central defenders. I mean, it's not big chances. We didn't have big chances. We only have that penalty. But we are playing against a very big team here, so I'm not too worried about that entirely. I mean, Mills, Jesus Christ, he's just insane. I mean, he's just an insane beast. We had a lot of shots on target so far, so I'm happy. Yeah. I mean, I can't be unhappy here. 3-1 up against Stockport. That's a big result right now. If this could hold home. Okay, looks good. Hooks, Richardson, and then getting tackled, but Carrington is picking it up. Okay. Not the best cross in the world, but okay. Picking up the second ball here, Richard. And it seems like our inverted wingbacks, even on support, they do try and find pockets of holes in the midfield. Pooks dropping deep. Richardson, Mills, Carrington. Yeah, it looks great. It looks great. I like this. I like what I see right now. Lots of room for us to play in the midfield, and then getting this out to the wingers and then crossing it into Mills. That's exactly how I want to play. That's exactly how I want to play. Okay, I mean, Carrington looking like he's on fire here. He's been having a lot of good runs, lots of good dribbles, good crosses. Okay, now he needs a man. Oh no, he's gonna cross it with a weak foot. Again, Mills. You know he's gonna score at some point when this keep happening. And we are definitely finding better chances here in the second half so far. Not allowing anything for them. So, so far so good. So far so good. Yeah, I mean, not a high... I mean, yeah, Reckert, Richardson, they're doing fine. Schraha is doing really good. Carrington doing good. Mills, yeah. Milovic not doing too well. I'm... Okay, I guess. No, not sure why. Maybe defensively he's not doing well. Likely. That's likely. We could bolster the central defense by putting on Allardyce. Oh, that's a great goal. And we're allowing them inside again. Let's see this, because that was terrible from us, I think. So just passing it down to this guy. And then they're going on the inside with 2 of their men. Our guys, Richards and Pooks, not sit... look, they also got one here. What are you doing, Richardson? You're not really marking anyone. You're not really... where is our defensive midfielder? Where is Obi? I don't see him. Where is he? Ianson, he's way down here and marking this guy. Why? That should be Richardson down here. Or Milovic. I think we need to change Milovic around here because he's not doing his duty here. He's I mean, Ianson, why are you down there? Since, see, this is all... We are so out of structure here. And this is... I don't know. I don't know what I mean, we do have 3 men against 3 men in there, and we do mark the rest of them. So it's like... It's a great shot. It's so far out. It's so far out. Bevan is moving up to him, and it's so far out. It's so well curled over to that corner. No chance for the goalie. I mean, that's a great shot. Okay, but I don't understand why Ianton was down there on the wingback area. But that's because it was oh, here we go. Here we go. Mills. Bevan. Oh, he hit the post, I think. I think we need to make a stop here. I think we need to take off Milovic. He hasn't been great. And we can definitely bolster the central defense here by bringing in Allardyce down there. He's definitely a better defender. But yeah, Ianton, I don't know what he did on that goal. I mean, yeah, because it was a throw-in, he was marking someone that he probably wouldn't do normally. And then, because they were so fast to get it into, to go inside us, and then, ooh, record. There we go, 4-2. Okay. We're getting all the goals from set pieces, but I don't mind it. It is what we're playing for. Wow, that was a great free kick. Really great free kick. 4-2 against Stockport here. But still, defensively, a little bit worrying seeing them get another long shot off and scoring. But that was a great long shot. Man, that was a great long shot from them. And we were marking them okay, I guess. We were marking okay. Come on. Oh, why didn't you take the ball down, Richardson? Over the top. Force them out. Don't force them. Don't get in. No, don't. No. I don't want to see them get on the inside there on the edge of the box and get those long shots off. Okay, Ianton dropping deep. Bevan. Pooks. Carrington. Ooh, that's some lovely moves. He is on fire here. Whoa, that's a great pass into Pooks, who is finding some space as a box-to-box midfielder in there. That was lovely. That was good, especially from Carrington. 75 minutes gone. I mean, we've been good. We've been really good. Even conceding 2, we've been really, really good here. I think we can move forward with this formation, but we're going to bring back the inverted wingbacks to support, I think. I think that's the right decision. Record has been absolutely brilliant on all those assists from the corners. Richardson doing actually quite all right as an inverted wingback. It's looking okay. Obi, yeah, he's not doing well, but he do have the condition to work on. Or keep him in. So I think just Jeffries here in for Richardson just to keep his condition. Mills probably too. Elliott out. Straight up, just subbing them off here just for condition for the next couple of games. Also giving Elliott a chance to score in this one. Maybe from a corner. You never know. I mean, they don't have big chances. We are definitely looking good. Schaha, that's a goal. No one marked him. You should probably mark one of the tallest guys out there, shouldn't you? That was too easy. Was that a long throw or a free? Yeah, it was a long throw from Jeffries. Well done, mates. Well done. Oh, they just left him. Shouldn't do that. Shouldn't do that. 5-2. 5-2. And we are not allowing big XG for them. I mean, yeah, they do have their long shots and they do have, but they don't, and their hitters, but they're not really dangerous. They don't get into those half spaces and get all the way into our box. Only once. We have only seen it once. Maybe it happens here. Nope, on the outside. That's fine. Don't get it. Yeah, we don't want them on the half spaces. Bring them outside again. That's fine. I don't mind that. I don't mind that at all. Okay, looks good here. Looks good here. Ooh, that's Record. He's not exactly the best in the air. So, yeah, that's the only time when they cross it and they do find our wingbacks against one of their strikers. That's where they're gonna get a goal if they are gonna cross it and get a goal. Otherwise, we are pretty solid with crosses. Jeffries, Elliott, nope. Okay, Bevan, yeah. Outside, please. Yeah, there we go. Good job. Obi picking it up. And over the top for Elliott. Wow, that's a pass. That's one hell of a pass. Not a good shot, but so far so good. And we are definitely winning those headers that we should with the crosses. So, I mean, yeah, they're getting way more chances now because they're probably going on attacking. But that's all right. We're defending well. I think we're defending well. Another one here. So heading it back to Partington. Marked. Love to see it. Love to see it. Yeah, bring it up for... I mean, you can go long. You can go long. Okay, fine. You can go long. There we go. 5-2. Wow. What a brilliant result for us. And the way we got it, yeah, that was only that one time where they got into the box in the half space, cutting in. Didn't like to see that. And then there was this where they had a throw in and just a great long shot. Just an awesome long shot. And that will, if that's the chance that they're going to get, if that's the chance these big boys are going to get against us, and the rest, we can see right here in the XG, from 17 shots, 0.73. Sure, I'll take that. And then I'll take my chances on my set pieces for sure. That's fine. That's fine. This is perfect. I think we're going back to inverted wingbacks on support. Keeping that deep lying playmaker in there. That seems to be working. Keeping the box to box. He's getting a few chances and also being a little bit more dynamic. I think we got it here. I think this is looking really good. We need to see it against why can I not close this? Okay, let's go back to review then. But yeah, we need to see it against a weaker opponent because we want to see when we have the control of the game a lot more. Actually, who had it's 50-50. Okay. I mean, I don't really have anything else to say here. Lovely game by Mills. Lovely game by Schacha. Winning all his headers, even getting a goal. Record with all the assists from the corners. Bevan having a fantastic game in the central defense. I mean, the only one, Milovic, not doing too well in that. That's probably a mistake. That's probably a mistake playing Milovic down there. I don't. When we are defending as much as we are here, in another game he could be good down there, because when we do really have that control, 60% possession, then I think he can be good down there when we don't need to defend as often. But in this game, that was a mistake of mine, a managerial mistake putting him in instead of Allardyce. Allardyce did really well when he came on, defended well. So there we go, guys. Brilliant result. And we can move on. So a quick look here at the pass math after this game. Because I'm still inside the game. I didn't take a picture, and yeah. So it's pretty small. I wish I could do this. I wish I could make this window a lot bigger here. But what we're seeing is that the wingers are very wide for the most part, of course, and the can't speak. Inverted wingbacks are sitting exactly where I want them to now. The deep line playmaker, exactly where I want him to. Also, even our ball playing defenders sitting exactly where I want them to. The only thing is we don't have that diamond going, and the target man and the box to box is sitting a little bit too close to each other probably. But I'm not sure what we can do about that. I mean, I kind of do want the box to box to get up there and help out the target man, kind of. When we are in possession. And like I said, this was a tough game. When we are playing against someone a little bit weaker, we will have more possession, and this will probably change a little bit. But it's interesting to come in here and see how it actually went. But so far, so good, I would say. I kind of like it. I definitely like it. Definitely better on the right-hand side in this game. Probably because of Milovic playing, yeah. And also because Richardson is quite a good player. I mean, Schaha and Rekard is, of course, doing well. And this time around, Rekard was playing further in than he would normally do. So I don't really see anything I need to change here. Except from going back to support on the... we of course going back to support on the inverted wingbacks. But other than that, I think this is good. Not sure about the underlap and overlap yet, if we end up playing on tag on them, but we'll figure that out in the next game, I guess. A couple of other updates before we are gonna go here is the balance is looking really good. We are solid. We are absolutely solid. We're using 15k out of the 22 we can. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we did bring in more players during the season here, but we basically needed that. Yeah, that's, I mean, we're looking really good when it comes to the finances. And after that match, we are, of course, sitting number 2 again. 31 points after 14 games. I can't argue with that. Rochdale is the only one above us. It's looking really good for this season. It's looking really, really good, man. Well, in terms of who we're going to play the next time, well, that depends, I guess. We do have the FA Cup coming up as the next game, but I'm, of course, not going to come back for that. It is actually the 4th qualifier, so we are getting into it later on. Or, you know, I think we started in the first round when we were in the other league. Now we are in the 4th qualifier. So, yeah, at least we're not playing that many games. But yeah, Chesterfield, pretty hard game. Bromley, nah. So we got some of the easier opponents. Southend, could be a hard one. Dorking, I might come back for Dorking, or I might come back for Maidenhead. One of those two, I think. I want to keep it at around 5 or 6. Actually, let's take a look. Darlington, nah, it's not that. We got some easy opponents. Easy opponents. You know, it might go all wrong. But yeah, I think Maidenhead or Darlington or something like that. I'm going to come back for that. We'll see. We'll see how far I want to go for. No big matches anyway coming up, so I can come back when I want to. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. A little bit on the longer side here, I know, because there were so many tactical things going on here in this episode. But I do like that kind of stuff. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it won't, because we're just solid. And sometimes I'm seeing things that I want to show you guys. So there we go, long episode. It is what it is. At least we're doing fine in terms of the season, and I hope you're enjoying it anyway. So see you around next time, guys.